All right, so we've covered the lightning-fast workbench of block storage and the absolutely massive attic that is object storage. Today, we're diving into the final, crucial piece of the puzzle, the shared workshop that everyone can use at the exact same time. This is network file storage, and trust me, it's the solution to a problem we've all had.
Oh man, I am willing to bet you've seen something exactly like this. We've all been there, right? You're emailing files back and forth, you're drowning in a sea of confusing versions. It's just complete collaboration chaos. And it's a problem we've been trying to solve for, well, decades.
But guess what? There is a much better way. And the technology that solves this ridiculously messy file problem, it also happens to be a cornerstone of modern cloud computing. So if you're serious about tech, this is a concept you are definitely going to want to master.
Okay, so to really understand this powerful network technology, we're going to start with something you already know inside and out, the files and folders right there on your own computer.
You know how this works. You have files, they live inside folders, which can be inside other folders, and so on. You find things by following a path. It's a simple, really elegant structure, and it's called a hierarchical file system. This is the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. So when you're working all by yourself, your personal filing cabinet is totally fine. But the second you bring a team into the mix and you don't have a central system, bam, you get the mess on the right. What we really want, what we need, is the beautiful simplicity and clarity you see on the left. One single source of truth for everyone. So how do we actually create that shared digital workshop? Let's take a look at the classic solution, the one that's been making collaboration work for a long time. If you've ever worked in an office or even a school computer lab, you've probably seen this. You know, an S drive for shared or maybe a P drive for projects. It just shows up right there next to your local drives. But here's the magic trick. It doesn't live on your computer at all. Nope, it lives on a powerful central machine somewhere on the network called a file server. And this right here, this is the official term for it, network file storage. It's just a way of making a file system available over a network, so that a bunch of different computers can all connect to it or mount it at the very same time, and everybody sees the exact same set of files. Now, how do we get all these different computers to agree on how to talk to that server? Well, they need a shared language, or what we call a protocol. The two big ones are the Network File System, or NFS, which you can think of as the universal English of the Linux and Unix world, and then there's Server Message Block, or SMB, which is kind of like the native Spanish spoken in the Windows world. Different languages for different ecosystems, but they both get you to the same goal. Okay, so that's the classic idea of a file server. But how does this translate to the modern era? How do we take that concept and just supercharge it for the scale, the reliability, and the flexibility of the cloud? Well, meet Amazon EFS, or Elastic File System. This is a fully managed NFS system in the cloud. And that word, elastic, that is the key. You don't have to guess how much space you'll need. You just use it, and it grows and shrinks completely automatically. That means you only ever pay for what you actually use, and you never have to worry about running out of space. It's that classic shared drive, just without any of the old maintenance headaches. It's amazing. But what if you need something a little more specialized? That's where Amazon FSX comes in. See, it's not a single product. It's a whole family of file systems. You can think of it like a toolkit that lets you pick the absolute perfect high-performance file storage for whatever job you're trying to do. Here are two great examples. If you need that classic shared drive for your Windows servers, there's FSX for Windows, which speaks SMB, that native Windows language. But if you're doing something crazy like massive scale AI training or high-end video rendering, you're going to need FSX for Lustre. So why the mind-blowing performance? Because those jobs need hundreds of computers to access and process gigantic data sets all at the same time. Lustre is built for exactly that kind of parallel, high-throughput workload. It's all about using the right tool for the right job. So, we know we can share files, but now for the really fascinating part. How does this actually work at cloud scale without everything just falling apart? Let's peek behind the curtain at the magic. No, seriously, think about this for a second. If you have thousands of computers all trying to read and write to the same files at the same microsecond, how do you stop them from just overwriting each other's changes and creating one giant corrupted mess? It really comes down to three core concepts. First, you have to realize it's not just one server. It's a whole distributed cluster of them working together for speed and reliability. Second, it uses this clever little traffic cop system called file walking. And third, it guarantees something called strong consistency, which is basically a promise that every change is visible to everyone instantly. And we're going to see that in action in just a minute. Let's focus on that file locking idea for a second. The best analogy I've ever heard is a talking stick. So when server A wants to change a file, it asks the system for the stick, and the system gives it the lock. Now, if server B comes along and tries to change that same file, it's told, nope, you gotta wait. Once server A is finished, it releases the lock, gives back the stick, and then server B can finally have its turn. This simple little protocol is what prevents all that data corruption. Okay, the theory is great, but how do you actually learn this stuff? I'm a huge believer in hands-on learning, so let's map out a really clear path that can take you from total beginner to an absolute pro. Here's your journey. You can start literally right now by creating a simple SMB share on your own computer. Then, when you're ready, you can level up by building a real file server in a home lab using a fantastic tool like TrueNAS. And finally, you can take all those skills to the big leagues and master them in AWS, solving real-world business problems. And this is where it all comes together. Imagine you've launched 2 cloud servers and you've connected them both to the same EFS file system. On the first server, you run this simple little command to create a text file with a message inside. And then immediately, a split second later, you log into the second server, a completely separate machine. You run a command to show the contents of that exact same file, and there it is. The message from server 1 appears instantly on server 2. That right there, that is the magic of networked file storage in action. And that aha moment, that perfectly demonstrates that critical concept we mentioned earlier, strong consistency. See, unlike some other storage types that might take a moment to catch up, with file storage, a change made anywhere is visible everywhere, immediately. And this isn't just a nice-to-have feature. It is absolutely essential for things like a fleet of web servers that all need to serve the exact same website files to visitors. Without it, you just have chaos. So, as you go out and build your own applications and your own systems, always ask yourself this question: have I designed the right digital workshop for the job? Because now you have the tools to answer that question.